And oh, hello, people. We're having a mare today. Having an absolute bloody mare. Oh.
That, you know what that is? That is you're about to go on stage, and you're wearing like something slightly wrong on the outfit, and someone backstage just runs up to you, like rips it off.
Should be wearing that.
Anyway,
hello, everybody, and happy Valentine's Day. At the time of recording, it's Valentine's Day. We hope you had a lovely one. And if you didn't, don't worry. There's always next year. My name's Paddy.
And I'm representing the singles. My name's Ben.
If you're joining us for the first time, like this video, please. Subscribe to the channel. Ring that notification bell. Comment down below on this week's topics. And if you're listening to us on Spotify, please do give us a 5-star review. As always, let's do some pleasantries. Ben, how are you?
Yeah, so I feel like I'm coming down with something.
Yeah.
Yesterday I woke up with a sore throat.
Mm-hmm.
And initially I brushed it off because it was like, you're up till 2 a.m. Your alarm's gone off at 7. You've probably been snoring because you've not had a good night's sleep. Ignore it. And then this morning I woke up with a blocked nose and a sore throat. And I was like,
I'm going to die.
Coming. You know.
The second coming.
Well, it's just more, well, at least something's coming on Valentine's Day. So it's just, and I think sometimes knowing that you're about to get sick is worse than actually getting sick.
Yeah.
Because you're just like, literally, I woke up and I was like, right, okay, great, sickness is coming. And then I was like, but people are off on holiday, I've got this to do, I've got that to do. I was like, I do not have time.
You are not on the to-do list.
Of the things on my to-do list, you are not one of them. So that's been great fun.
Marvellous.
And also, I've been having fun with one customer.
Oh, okay.
Because unfortunately, their head office, so in other words, my contact and the warehouse are two separate entities, effectively.
Okay, yeah.
And they've not been talking to one another.
Helpful.
So I'll get an email from the warehouse going, we want the containers delivered in this order.
Yeah.
And then head office email me going, these are the ones that are higher priority, deliver these ones first.
Yeah.
And then the warehouse emails me back going, no, these ones are the ones that take longer to tip, send these ones first. I'm just like, can you guys come, literally come together as a company, because you are one, funnily enough.
Unite. Under one love.
Reference for later. But it's like, can you just talk to one another and come to an agreement?
Please.
I've had to I actually had to apologise to my haulier. I was like, I know this is the 6th time I'm changing it today, and they were like, are they going to change this again tomorrow? I was like, probably.
Maybe.
I was like, I could only apologise. But the thing is, is the more they change it, the more likely a delivery's going to screw up.
Yeah.
And when it does, I'll just be like, you shouldn't have fucking kept changing it.
Yeah, exactly. It's your own fault, yeah.
Just book it in, done.
Yeah, get it done.
And what I don't understand is, obviously, they're like, this one's more high priority. And it's like, prawns are prawns. In my opinion, prawns are prawns are prawns. Like, I could understand it if a container was full of prawns, one container was full of mussels, one container was full of squid. I could kind of go, okay, they're different containers.
Yeah.
But they're literally arguing over containers full of prawns. And now I know there's going to be someone in the comments going, there's actually loads of different species of prawns.
Well, there is, but
I know.
But I get what you mean at the end of the day.
A prawn is a prawn is a prawn. When you're reading the menu, and it's like prawn cocktail or shrimp salad, whatever you want to call it, you don't call the waiter over and go, excuse me, what kind of prawns? What kind of shrimp? You don't answer, a prawn is a prawn!
Yeah.
So, that's been fun.
That sounds it. It sounds like you've had a fun few days.
Yes. Other than that, nothing else to report.
Cool.
How are you?
I'm good. We've had a busy weekend, and then, as you fully well know, I had my annual staff party.
Yes.
Needless to say, one got a tad tipsy.
You? Tipsy? No.
I had maybe a couple of sherries.
Oh, God.
However,
how old are you?
No, obviously.
Sherries?
Didn't have a sherry, obviously.
I was
drinking lager all night.
Oh,
but
Go on.
It hurts now, Ben, drinking this long. I can't. You know what? I didn't even have a hangover.
Right.
I was tired.
Yep.
Started drinking at 4 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
By 8 o'clock, I'm really tired and I want to go to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
And then we left at 11 o'clock. And I was just like...
Only 11 o'clock?
Yeah, but that was when the venue shut.
Yeah, but then you didn't go to another venue?
Ben, I was drinking since 4 o'clock. I was dying.
Yeah, but like...
I was nearly blacked out.
I know you're old, but like half your team are what? Probably teenagers, young adults?
Yeah.
Did they not want to be like, let's go on, go on to the next place?
No.
No?
No.
What?
You know why? Because we all had work the next day. We can't do it anymore. My body does not allow it.
Weak.
Yes.
Weak.
Throw it in the towel. This. It's enough. What is that? 7 hours?
Yeah.
Yes. 7 hours of drinking. I'm fine. I'm happy to call it quits on 7 hours. So, but yeah, that was really good fun.
And there's no drama and there's no gossip.
No. Just a nice staff party, which makes a change.
Like, what else are we supposed to talk about? You need, like, so and so had an argument with so and so flipped someone else off, and
no.
Oh.
You know why? Because we're nice people, Ben. We don't worry about those things.
I know you. You are not nice.
That was a mean comment, Ben. Speaking of not nice and one love. However,
Well, do you know what I say about the nicest people?
What?
Well, nicest is just an anagram for an incest.
Yes,
so take
Ben.
that. Take that as you will.
Thank you, Ben.
Don't trust the nicest people because
Okay.
it's an anagram for incest.
Because they're clearly sleeping with their sibling.
Of course.
Right. Okay.
Oh.
Bizarre.
Right.
But anyway, what I wanted to bring up before we talk film
Okay.
is obviously we haven't seen it, and I don't think we're going to be able to get it in on our schedule.
Nope.
But obviously, Madam Web also came out the other day.
Yes.
Obviously, the initial reviews and everybody is now calling it the worst superhero movie, and it's worse than Morbius,
Okay.
which is hilarious.
Do they rationalise as to why?
I assume they do. I'll try not to read too many spoilers about it. So
Okay.
They've just called it appalling. Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
Even the people that were invited to like the red carpet thing as like a bribery, like come to our free red carpet event. You can have all these free giveaways and everything else.
Yep.
But what I wanted to say was, isn't it funny how that's crashing and Marvel then drop the announcement for here's the new Fantastic Four movie cast, and now nobody's talking about Madam Web.
Well,
on the Marvel side of things.
Considering Madam Web is a Sony film,
Yeah, but it's still part of the Marvel. Still a Marvel movie.
is it though?
Well, from my understanding, I've obviously not seen it, there's a post-credit scene. So I think they're still trying to maybe semi-link that into the universe.
Right.
I don't really know.
Yeah,
I mean,
but
Madam Web is like a big, Spider-Man person.
If we've learned anything from MCU post-credit scenes, they mean nothing.
I know.
If you
So
go
many,
and rewatch the older Marvel films,
Oh, they really tied in.
no. Cough, cough, Howard the Duck. When's
Cough, cough, Nick Fury turning up. Cough, cough, Thor's hammer. Cough, cough. That's how the post-credit scenes are initially started. Tony Stark turning up in the end of Incredible Hulk.
I don't know which film it was.
That was Guardians of the Galaxy.
No. Do you know what I was going to say?
We were talking about Howard the Duck.
No. I was about to say, I don't know which film it was, but in one of the films, they, the post-credit scene, they announced a certain character would be appearing. Yeah. And then they never did. I can't think of who, I can't think of what, but then it was like, after that film, no post-credit scene, mattered, basically. That was the breaking point. Yeah, I think they got a bit crazy with it. And there was so many things that happened that just never paid off. So I think they were just doing too many threads. Basically, post-credit scenes mean, which is probably why, when we've gone to see Marvel films, people, the credits start rolling, people get up and walk out, and we're like, stupid, there's going to be a post-credit scene. And then it was like, actually, we're the stupid ones. Yeah, because they don't mean anything anymore. No, they don't. Half the time now, they're just
silly anecdotes that actually have nothing to do with anything else.
Yeah.
So,
well, that's the thing, because the original ones, you would have the you'd have like the first bit of the credits where it's like announcing the producer and the director and the stars of the thing. Post-credits scene that meant something.
Yeah, like mid-credits scene.
Yeah, and then the rest of the credits, and then you'd have the funny anecdote one.
Yeah.
But now it seems to be like the funny anecdote one is the only one.
Yeah.
So,
but anyway, either way, I just wanted to kind of bring up the fact that I felt like Marvel were trying to help brush it under the carpet. Oh yeah, it's been and gone. Here's the new thing.
Maybe. But
here's the new thing.
I'm pretty sure, like we've spoken about Madam Web before on this.
Yeah.
She was supposed to be like the launch pad for the after Morbius failed. And Venom 2 failed. She was supposed to be the launching pad for the Sony universe.
Yeah.
But obviously they failed again.
Yeah.
So well,
let's just hope Kraven the Hunter do.
Never take other people's critiques into.
No, I won't. But reviews are coming in and it's not looking good. But
yeah, but sometimes people review bomb things just to review bomb things.
Yeah, this is true. This is true. So I guess we'll see. Hopefully we might be able to squeeze it in. But I thought it was an interesting tidbit.
It might have to be that we just go see it and then it'll be lumped onto another one that we do at some time.
Maybe, if we can get it in.
Yeah.
But anyway, let's talk the film that we have been to see.
Yes.
So we've been seeing Bob Marley, One Love.
Yes.
This is obviously a biopic of Bob Marley's life. Only a certain point, was it like mainly the last 5 or 6 years of his life?
Yes.
It was quite, because it was kind of like 70 odd, wasn't it?
Yeah. So it picks up where he's already got fame.
Yeah.
He's not been found. He's not been discovered.
No. Which is obviously like quite an interesting thing. I think, especially with like a lot of more recent biopics, they kind of try and cram in someone's whole life into like 2 hours.
Yeah.
So I thought it was very clever to just do kind of like that critical point in his life. Thought that was very interesting. Overall,
seeing as you're already going, you go first.
Yeah. Okay. Overall, I thought it was okay. I don't think it's the best biopic we've seen recently over the last couple of years. Like I said, I thought it was very interesting. I didn't realise how much of, obviously it was way before my time. I know a little bit of like the history of Bob Marley and that kind of thing. I love his music. I think he's very talented, and his songs obviously still stand the test of time. I thought everybody was very good. I thought the acting was well played. I think they did the smart bit of, and it is like it's well documented that the music, when it's played, even when like it's Bob singing, is actually like lip sunk, and it's Bob Marley's music. Because obviously Bohemian Rhapsody was obviously Freddie's music, and what's his face?
Rami Malek.
Yeah, Rami Malek lip sunk, but then obviously Taron Egerton sung for Rocket Man.
I'm pretty sure Rami Malek sung because he literally did an interview where he talked about Brian and the other one coming into the studio and watching him sing the songs.
Really?
Yeah.
I always thought it was lip sung.
No. Rami Malek sings the songs in Bohemian Rhapsody.
Okay.
He was in the recording studio and he was like, great, fantastic, I'm all alone, it's just me and the director, blah, blah, blah. And Brian Cox and Ryan? I want to say Ryan, no.
Yeah, no, it's not. It's, I'll Google it.
But yeah, they both walked into the studio and he was just, and apparently, Rami Malek was like, shit.
Really?
Yeah.
I was really under the impression that Roger Taylor.
Roger Taylor, that's it. I got the R.
Yeah, you did. You got that. I genuinely thought that it was lip sung.
No, it's Rami Malek.
Oh, okay.
Obviously, he recorded it and they dubbed it in when they've touched it up and everything. But
fair enough. I genuinely thought that it was lip sung. That one. Oh, fair enough. But anyway, as I was trying to say, Bob Marley has a very distinctive voice.
Yeah.
So I think it was a very clever idea to do it that way.
Are we certain now? Because you just initially thought that Rami Malek didn't sing Bohemian Rhapsody songs. Are we certain that they did it that way?
Yeah, because what's his face who played him said
Kingsley something.
Yeah, Ben whatever it is.
Kingsley Ben-Adir or something.
Yeah, said on Graham Norton the other night that it's all Bob singing. It's not
Ah,
Ben.
right. Okay, fair enough.
That's why I genuinely thought Rami Malek lip sung as well, because I thought it was. I could have sworn he did. Fair enough. But yeah, anyway, like I was saying, I thought it was a good idea for them, because obviously he was a very physical man as well, as we saw when he was on stage. So I think it was a clever idea for them to do the lip syncing for that.
Yeah.
But overall, I thought everybody was very good. I don't think it's a great film. You know, I don't think it was outstanding. I'm not in a rush to see it again, that's for sure. But I thought it was a good film. I thought it was interesting. What are your thoughts, Ben?
Yeah, so I'm going to start this off with a caveat of I don't really listen to Bob Marley's music. That's not really my kind of thing. I only really know, 3 songs of his, which are his 3 biggest ones of No Woman, No Cry, One Love, and,
Three
Little Birds. So the fact that I'm not really a fan of Bob Marley and it kept me entertained is a good sign.
Yeah.
You know, I was sitting there going, this film isn't for me because I'm not a fan of Bob Marley. I'm not like, but I found it interesting. And, I think it can appeal to different audiences because it can appeal to actual fans of Bob Marley.
Yeah.
But then it can also appeal to like people who haven't heard that style of music before, like who've never heard reggae before. It can be that gateway sort of
I agree.
thing into reggae music.
Yeah.
So it works on that level. I sort of mirror your agreement of it's a decent biopic. There are better biopics.
Yeah.
But I wonder if because Rocketman did well.
Yes.
Bohemian Rhapsody did really well.
Really, really well.
If this one does well, do you think Hollywood have found their new thing of doing biopic movies of famous musicians?
Considering they are currently filming a Michael Jackson one.
What is it called? Teehee?
No, funny it's called Michael.
Oh.
Original, yeah. But it's played by his nephew.
All right, okay.
So I've seen a couple of photos. They released a couple of photos over the last week, and it looks really cool.
Fair enough.
So, but I feel like they've found the new, like you said, like a new corner of a market that they can exploit massively.
Yeah, whoever. But then in that vein, I feel sorry for whoever, we've had Elton John, we've had Queen, we've now had Bob Marley. It's still new, it's still fresh.
Yeah.
Whoever's the 50th musician in the, down the line, their film's going to absolutely suck.
And that, actually, there was the way Amy Winehouse one. There was the
Amy
trailer.
Winehouse, yeah.
But that didn't look very good, honestly. I'm not sure about that one.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see how that one comes out.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I thought it was a good film. I thought it was quite interesting. Let's put it this way, it's also made me want to kind of maybe like look at research a little bit more into it. I thought it was, like I said, I knew a little bit. I didn't know to like that great extent how things had worked out in those times. So it was quite fascinating to kind of also learn about that situation. Because obviously it was quite a difficult time for the country of Jamaica.
Yeah. I will say one thing.
Yes.
Whilst the flashbacks were necessary,
yes,
and explained some sort of like some of the
history,
thoughts and histories and like where his mind is going.
Yeah.
I found them very jarring. They didn't seem to flow.
Yeah, no, I get that.
Ooh, wow.
Yeah.
The flashbacks were kind of like, okay, right, can we get back to the film?
Yeah, I think that's also because I guess as well is it's always difficult when you're like portraying somebody that's so iconic and then kind of seeing them in a different light.
Yeah.
I mean, he did a really good job. Like the wig for his dreads and everything. Yeah. He looked like Bob really, really well.
Yeah.
And then like seeing him as a young man with a fro was just like, I have to like almost disconnect what I can have that image of. But I do feel like you said, they didn't flow very well in those bits.
Yeah.
But again, it taught me more about his life before who he was.
Yeah.
So I didn't realise like the life that he led, like about his dad and all that kind of thing. I didn't realise he had that kind of upbringing.
Yeah. It's an alright film. I've got nothing really much to say about it.
To be honest, like you said, I don't want to say like our usual thing of it's a nothing film.
No,
because I think it's interesting. However, now that I will rewatch Bohemian Rhapsody because I love the Bohemian Rhapsody. I think it's great. I'm not in a rush to watch this one again.
No,
I think it's kind of one of those ones. Oh, that's interesting, and then it's done.
I've worked out what the problem is.
Okay.
Rocket Man and Bohemian Rhapsody, the main characters, Elton John and Freddie Mercury, they're reactive characters. They drive the story, whereas Bob Marley, because of who he was and his personality,
and his
he's
nature.
Reactive.
Yeah.
And reactive stories are always a struggle.
Yeah.
I'm gonna, like, lots of people are gonna turn off right now because they're not gonna give two shits. Mm-hmm. But you know Dragon Ball Z.
We love
Dragon Ball Z. We stan Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
And of course, for the people who don't know Dragon Ball Z, the main character was a character called Goku.
Yep.
And Goku gets killed off in what's known as the Cell Saga.
Yep.
And the creator of Dragon Ball Z, Akira Toriyama, his idea was to have Goku be replaced by his son Gohan, and Gohan was supposed to become the main character.
Yeah.
But then when he started to write the next arc of the story, he realised that he'd written himself into a corner because Goku was very proactive. He loved to fight. He loved to go out and seek adventure. He loved to go seek stronger enemies. Whereas Gohan was reactive. He didn't like to fight. He only fought when he absolutely had to.
Yeah.
And so he realised he really struggled.
Yeah.
And so he then brought Goku back to life. And of course, the people who are listening are going to be like, how do you bring the character to life? You can in this universe, it's fine.
You collect the Dragon Balls and you bring a big magic dragon and then you bring him and wish him back to life. It's clearly obvious.
Yes. But yeah, I think that's what the problem is with this film is Bob Marley is a reactive character. You know, he's literally one love, man. He's
not about
peace and unity and love between all people. So he's a very reactive character.
Yeah.
And I think that's where this film doesn't stand up compared to Rocket Man.
I guess in that, I guess the potholes here have gotten even worse lately, as we always say. But I think also in that same vein, I think the biggest ooh,
that was a bad one.
That is bad. That is a bad one. In that vein, like the biggest situation, like the big shock bit, which is obviously well documented. It's not a spoiler, but the assassination attempt on his life is right at the beginning of the film.
Yeah,
and like for most movies, that would almost be like the climax.
Yes.
But like you said, he's then reacting from that, and you see how he's reacting and his life after that.
Yeah.
So it's
his reaction really is not doing much.
No, he
sends his kids off to safety. He goes to London to write more songs.
Yeah. But that was because he was also trying not to be a violent man.
Yeah.
Like he said, he had one opportunity in his life to be vengeful, but he chose not to.
Yeah.
So, and I think that's also a testament to his character. You know, like,
ooh, you sneaky person. That's my right of way. Anyway. Any more notes to say about the film?
Obviously, music was great.
Yeah.
Acting, well acted.
Very colourful. We like a colourful film.
Yes, actually. We always comment on that, how dull movies normally look. But this was quite a bright and colourful film. Mm-hmm. I like that. Mm-hmm. No, I think it was I think it was just all around a good film. I don't think it's outstanding. I don't think it's it's clearly obviously going to do much better at the box office this weekend than a certain other film.
Uh-huh.
So, it was packed in there. I appreciate it's also Valentine's Day, so, there was lots more couples. But actually, it's been a while since we've had a rant about this.
Here we go. This is what I was like, can we stop talking about the film? I want to complain about people.
Okay. Right. If you don't normally go to the cinema, fine. Okay? If you're going to come out, fucking shut the fuck up!
Yeah,
Stop being so bloody loud and rude.
we constantly lecture to people on here, like, please go to the cinema, you know, support the cinema, support film.
Yeah.
You know, otherwise the medium will die.
Yeah.
But when you do go to the cinema, remember, this is not your house.
Yeah.
This is not your living room.
Yeah.
This is the cinema.
There is other people there. Respect them. Respect their personal space.
Yeah.
Okay. And you know what, as well? And like, I remember back in the day, cinemas always used to put up, make sure you please turn off your phone and respect other people.
Yes.
When mobile phones first started being like a big thing.
Yeah.
I can't remember the last time we had one of them pop up on the screen.
No, there's that advert where they're dressed up as chickens. We haven't seen it recently, but I have seen it.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. We haven't seen it recently.
We've definitely seen it in the last 6 months.
Yeah, but Ben, we go to the cinema nearly every week.
I know.
That's what I'm saying, is that actually the cinemas should fucking hell, start that sentence again. Should still be telling people to turn off your phone and respect people and respect everybody else around you. You know, it's ridiculous.
Yes. And
it's
also
2024, damn it.
Also, if you're going to berate people,
yeah,
make sure you're not in the wrong already.
Oh, what a silly... I can't believe they did that.
For backstory,
for
context, there was this group of people in the row in front of us who basically, you know, faffed for 5 minutes about finding the seat numbers. They all sat down and they realised they were in the wrong seat numbers.
So they all got up and shifted along.
Yep. And then there was a couple of ladies next to us who were like, "Ugh, it shouldn't be that hard."
They were sitting in our seats. Just like, and because I laughed, and you were like, "What are you laughing at?" And I told you, and then you started laughing, and I was just like, "You just can't write this shit."
Yeah, that was brilliant. And then the guy next to me that constantly kept elbowing me.
Yeah,
you know, it was like I'd already leant over and sort of like half over Paddy's seat.
Yeah.
And he kept elbowing me. It's like, mate, this, you know, if you want to play armchair wars,
yeah, we can.
We'll fucking go. I've got some pretty big elbows.
They're pointy. Oh dear.
I'll show you the move I learned in Krav Maga. It's called the Rhino.
Oh Christ. Okay.
And also,
oh my God.
Can people not like go through a whole film now without needing snacks?
What was that about? So many people
kept dipping out of the film for snacks.
It was crazy.
Of course, you made the joke that they were probably had the munchies because, you know, Bob Marley, put two and two together. But seriously, could people not make it through a film? Like,
apparently not.
It was the person who came in like half an hour, like...
he disappeared. I forgot he left.
And he came back with like nachos, hot dogs, slushy, and I was like, Jesus, man!
I mean, I know the queues were like slightly big when we were first turned up, but there was time to get stuff.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Anyway,
final thoughts. Apparently, my staff party is boring because there's no gossip.
Yeah. If you have a third-party company working for you, and your company is split up between head office and warehouse, whatever, talk to one another. Communication. We all complain about it, and yet none of yous do it.
Exactly.
Bob
Marley, One Love.
Fine.
Standard by.
It's going to be... We'll see it on TV like every anniversary of his death. Kind of thing.
Probably.
But other than that, I don't think it'll be ever mentioned again. Compared to Rocket Man and Bohemian Rhapsody, it's gonna disappear into the ether. But it's an okay film.
It's okay. Cinema etiquette. People, please get with it.
Like, you are not at home.
That's my weekend. But with that being said, thank you very much for joining us. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel.
We're not done with final thoughts.
Oh, aren't we?
Valentine's Day be Valentining.
Valentine's Day be Valentining.
Let us know what you guys did for Valentine's Day. We went to the cinema. With couples on couples on couples.
Yeah. There was lots of couples.
Yes.
Okay. We done with final thoughts?
Yeah, we're done.
Cool. Right, like this video, subscribe to the channel, ring that notification bell, comment down below, you know you want to, and give us a 5-star review if you're listening to us on Spotify.
Have you seen the film? What did you do on Valentine's Day? What's your cinema etiquette? Or what pisses you off when people do something wrong in, etiquette-wise?
Yeah.
Let us
Just
know.
in general.
Just let us know.
But with that all being said, thank you very much, and we'll see you in the next one.
Bye, guys.
Cheers. Bye.